The words of this video were written by a man in his 70s who started drinking in his 20s. His wife found them among his papers after he suddenly and unexpectedly died in 2012 from a massive heart attack. He had relapsed again before he died. She is bringing these words to life with the hope they will help people who struggle with addiction, as well as aid their friends and loved ones in understanding what it is like to have an addiction. In the spirit of Alcoholics Anonymous and Al-Anon, she is respecting his anonymity. Who he was in life is not what matters. His words are his legacy. The first part was written 5 weeks before he died. The second part was dated January 25th, 2009, as he was starting 3 months of treatment in a residential facility for addiction. Sobriety lasted for approximately 20 months, and then he relapsed. June 25th, 2012, written 5 weeks before death. I am now in a place, a position that I can redesign, reorient, restructure, reconfigure, define my life. At the moment, I am free of alcohol. For years, my life has been defined by alcohol, 24 hours a day, struggling to awaken, assessing the carnage of the past day and night, assessing the physical hangover, planning the first drink of the day. Not if, but what, when, where, and how much. What can I expect to accomplish this day? At best, 40% of what I plan to do. Alcohol defines what I plan to do, can do, and cannot do. Where I can go, can't go. People I can meet, can't meet. Do I nap, or in other words, pass out? The medication I am taking now to help me stop drinking is giving me a break in my downward spiral. There is significantly lessened compulsion and craving, but the notions to consume alcohol are still there. Will I cook dinner? Usually. Will I eat dinner? Not usually. When will I go to bed? Or really, pass out? What will I dream about? The fear of not having a supply? Hiding it? Trying to drink it and then disposing of the empties, which I seldom do. Alcohol has defined my life. It prevented me from doing the stuff that I have dreamed of, particularly post-retirement. Today, I find myself in a unique place. I have choices. This place is very precarious. I could easily fall off. It's like balancing myself on a point. I must hold on to this precious point and plan and work my plan. Some thoughts about depression. The medication I am taking to help me stop drinking worsens depression. It's a joy killer from alcohol and from libido. It's also a joy killer from good sources that are harder to identify and quantify, like maybe from playing with my dog or going fishing. This medication has other side effects: stomachache, headache, sleep disturbance, vivid, dour dreams, and increased appetite, so I must eat every 2 hours. It does increase depression. It really messes up sleep. But I'll tolerate these side effects, if only for a while, to remain dry. January 25th, 2009. The magic fairy visits my bedroom. It was a cold winter's night. Sometime during my dark sleep, I imagined a light, sensual brush across my forehead. Thinking nothing about it, I flipped to my other side and resumed slumber. Upon the beginning of my usual, very lengthy, groggy escape from sleep, aka hangover, I knew something had happened the previous night. I was not sick. I was not nauseated, congested. My head was not full of mucus. My head did not hurt. I was hungry. I did not have a raging thirst. My hand was not reaching for a bottle of cheap port, nor trying to remember if there was any left from the previous evening's black passout. My hands were not shaking. My mind instantly remembered my obligations for the day. It was only 6:30 a.m., time to make the 7:30 Early Birds AA meeting, 9 minutes away. Hanging on the coat rack by my front door were my 3 best black and white cameras, with leather bags filled with film, filters, and tripods. My late father's antique fly rod was there, along with canvas bags and vests of lures. My canoe had been washed and lashed to the roof of my car. The car's gas tank had been filled, ham biscuits had been made, and coffee was ready to brew. The sun was beginning to rise. Reservations for dinner and theater with my wife had been made. I will be the driver. The magic fairy had come sometime last night and plucked with her magic wand the cancer of my uncontrollable alcohol addiction from my soul. I was ready for the day, for joy. Magic fairies do exist. They must be guided by hard spiritual work and prayers.